Hi Andy, this is Kelsey Kugler. I'm doing my reflection a little differently than others I've seen. I wanted to do a little bit more personal opinion piece just because that's how I roll. So I wanted to give a little reflection on the chapters, my opinion. I thought they were really interesting. I read them all at once, so it was kind of a lot to absorb all at once, but there was a lot of really good information in there. In chapter 2, I really enjoyed all the learning strategies. I thought the one up, one down was pretty interesting. I'd never heard of that before, but once I tried it several times, it seemed to work, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I also really like visual diagrams. They're really helpful for me. I learned a lot from those. So that was probably the most beneficial part of chapter 2 for me. My favorite thing is learning new strategies because once I was given a strategy, I can run with it and make it completely my own and use it in all my lessons. In chapter 3, I thought the problem-solving process was really cool. I really had never thought about it that way, maybe because math is not my strongest subject, probably like most people will tell you in your class. I thought it was cool that once you carry out the problem and you finish it, then you look back and you reflect on it. It's never really been my thought process to go back and reflect just because once I finish a math problem, I like to be done. But for the sake of my students, I will gladly go back and reflect and see what we need to do. I also think one of the most important parts of this chapter was the part about having a positive attitude about math. That has been not my strong suit, so I kind of was able to relate to that a lot. While I have a positive attitude most of the time, math, not so much. So relearning that will be a challenge, but I'm willing to go for it. Chapter 5 was all about assessment, and I'm really big on assessment, but I really like formative assessment just because summative assessment is not the best. I have a lot of test anxiety, and I'm more of a project-based person. That's how I learn best. I really just, test freaks me out. They bother me. So anyway, I also learned a lot more about the observational tools. I used to teach preschool, and we used to do anecdotal observations all the time. Small little one-on-one evaluations and assessments just to kind of see where they were. Nothing big, nothing too challenging for them, just to kind of get an idea of where they were and what we could implement in our classroom to, help them get to the next level. A little bit of the zone of proximal development. That was my thought process in my classroom. I also really liked the checklists. I'm pretty organized that way, and I like that you have everything right in front of you. Everything was the same. I don't know. That just really worked for me. And then the last chapter was really actually very enlightening about being equitable and treating all students with respect, and the diverse learning aspect of it was not, it's nothing new to me, but I mean, it's kind of interesting how sometimes people forget about, being equitable and treating differences with respect and just, I guess, just being equitable. I had some experience with gender inequality in one of my college classes. I was in a golf class, and I don't really know why I was taking the golf class, but I was discriminated against because it was not a good experience. I'll write about it a little more later. I'll fill you in on that one. But overall, I like to give children a lot of confidence, make them feel like what they're doing is, I give a lot of positive feedback and make them feel like they can do anything. So with math, it will be a struggle for myself, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So I have a little summary my thing broke. Hold on. I have a little summary coming, so I hope you read that, and hope this wasn't too long or dry. So I'll see you later.